I think it's raining. Hey guys, as you can probably tell by the title, it's a rainy day, so we're just chilling at the house, just hanging out, nothing's really going on. So I decided, it might be fun to show you guys my comic book collection. So, let's have a nice chill day and let's go through some comics. Alright, so here's our stacks. We got 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to save this one for last because this stack is something special. I will explain later, so let's get started. So here's stack number 1. We're not going to go through every single comic book just because that's going to take all day. So I'm going to show you guys some, and then I'll point out some certain ones, and we'll go through it like that. Alright, so this one right here, this one's really cool. This is King Kong. I remember I was at this flea market or thrift store or something in Tennessee, and I saw this. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. Because I bought this was whenever I was really little. So the only King Kong I knew about was the one with Jack Black, and I got it just because of the cover, because there's a scene from the Jack Black movie where King Kong fights the dinosaur. So I'm like, oh, it's a comic book of that, and I got it, and I was like, it's strangely different. As you can see, here's some of the pages. It's strangely different. This is mainly just the giant fight. See, as you can see there, King Kong kind of looks kind of goofy, but I love it. There's something about this art style that's very appealing, and I don't know, there's something about it that's nice. Alright, some really cool ones that I have in this this part is these Secret Wars comics. I only have 3 of them. Issue 7, issue 11, and issue 4. I've had those since I was maybe the 2nd grade, maybe younger, because I've had these forever, and I used to love reading them. Actually, I probably should give them a reread. They're really good. I might actually do that later. Another shout out I'm going to do in this one is Howard the Duck. If you guys follow me on Instagram, I made a post on my story last night of me wearing the Deadpool mask, reading Howard the Duck with the Blanchett song from Gravity Falls. Yeah, none of it makes sense. It's okay. But yeah, here's Howard the Duck. It's really cool. I think this one was actually a gift. I don't really remember getting this one. Also, a lot of these comics are also gifts from other people. But just like the King Kong one from the thrift store, I also got this one from a flea market in Tennessee, I think. And I saw this, I was like, oh my god, it's Ghost Rider. I love the Ghost Rider movies with Nicolas Cage, especially Spirit of Vengeance. I don't know, there's something about Ghost Rider that I just really like. And I find this character so appealing. So, of course I had to buy a comic book. That's just how it goes. The comic is super nice. It's got a lot of cool imagery. Just look at Ghost Rider looks so cool in this. A lot of these panels, he just looks amazing. Look at that. I'd frame that on my wall. This comic also has this really cool page to where it looks kind of weird right here, but you can fold it out and it just, look at that. As I said earlier, I would frame this on my wall. This deserves to be in an art museum. Look how gorgeous. It's just so beautiful. It is. Look at Ghost Rider. There's Morbius. Look. Yeah, so as you guys can see, this section is like 98% just Batman comics. Like, you know, I love Batman. I still do. Batman is I would almost guarantee say that Batman's the face of DC. You know, it's just so good. Like, you know, Batman's just great. You know, he's got great movies for the most part. He has great video games, like, you know, Arkham City. Mwah. And, you know, he has great comics. Like, look at this cover. This cover is so beautiful. This one right here, you know, he's just like lurking. Again, with the lurking style. Like, look at that. It's just beautiful. You know, like, Batman is such, you know, a well-known character. Everyone, even if you're not into comic books or into superheroes, you know who Batman is. You know, like, it's like saying that, you know, Batman's the face of DC, Spider-Man's the face of Marvel. This one, I'm going to call this one out just because this was a gift from my great friend Colton. Colton, if you're watching this, you know, hello, thanks for the book. And, you know, this is just like such a really cool graphic novel. Like, look at that. Joker looks horrifying. This is whenever Joker like cut off his face and he like stapled it back on. It's like, look, he's just downright terrifying. It's something out of a horror story. Look at that. It's just, it's beautiful. Like, look, like, it's just so good. This is a great comic book. Joker is downright terrifying. That is scary. That will give me nightmares. I love this. Joker's amazing. Alright, so for this stack, the ones I'm going to point out are, how about the Silver Surfer? This is my only Silver Surfer comic book. It's great. I made a short not too long ago. It might have been the Mental Health Night short where I show this comic book. I forget which one it is, but I do show this comic book in one of them. It's great. I read it recently. But the big one that I'm going to call out is this Deadpool issue 1. It's still in the protective case. I have took it out and read it, obviously, but I have a great story about this one. Alright, so the cool story about this comic book in general is I bought it at a mall in Virginia whenever I went there with my friends Colton and Bryce. Again, if you guys are watching, hello. And you know, we were at the mall and there's like this little comic store, and you know, of course, you know, I love comic books, so we all went in there, and I asked the guy who, you know, owned the store if he had any Deadpool comics. And he came back and he had this one, that one, this one, that one, and this one. He had all of these, and I was like, all right, you know, not too bad, not too bad. And of course, as we can tell, of course, I bought them all. But you know, we were sitting there, and I was debating on buying it. And Bryce was like, come on, you know you want to buy it. And I was like, I do. I really do. He was like the devil on my shoulder, I swear to God. But like, you know, of course I ended up buying them. But the cool story about this one, as I was talking about, is if you can see it on here, it says variant cover or variant edition right there. I don't know if it's going to pick it up because it's in the case. I don't know. You guys might be able to see that. I don't really know. But it says variant edition right there. It's got the crown. And the cool story about this comic book is, whenever I was talking to the store owner, he was like, that if they would order like 200 of these copies, that only 2 issues would come in with this cover. That only 2 out of 200 would come in with this cover. So I was like, buddy, you had me sold with Deadpool, but now I'm definitely going to buy it. And I got all these for like $45, I think. It wasn't too bad. You know, this was like $8. This one was $8. It still got the price on there. That was $7. That was $7. I think this one was like $20 or something. I don't really remember. I probably did math wrong. I don't care. It's okay. But like, this means a lot to me just because of that cool little story. And it's sad now because the I talked to my friend Bryce and Colton recently, and that comic book store is no longer there. It's been bought out, so it's very sad. So I'm glad, you know, I at least have something from that story to like think about. Alright, we finally made it to stack number 3. The special stack, per se. This is my favorite comic book stack. This is like my top 5. Yeah, had to make sure. But this is like my top 5 favorite comic books that I own. We have right here, as I said, it's the Amazing Spider-Man Family Ties. Not only is the story really cool, but like the artwork is just beautiful. Like, I could sit and look at this all day long. Like, the artwork is amazing. It's just brilliant. I don't know, it's just so good. Even the cover art, like, I would, as I said, I would hang it on my wall. Alright, here's The Killing Joke. This was probably the first comic book that I ever bought for myself. And what can I say? It's The Killing Joke. Everyone knows this book. It's legendary. I mean, just look at this thing. This is probably one of the most famous comic books in history. You know, it's one of the greatest Batman stories, probably the greatest Joker story. And it's just beautiful. The story is amazing. It's probably my second or third favorite comic book of all time. I mean, like, just look at the artwork. This scene is famous. I said scene, but this panel is famous. This is whenever Joker shoots Barbara and paralyzes her, and this is how she becomes like Oracle. You know, here's, you know, it's got flashbacks, and like, you know, it's just so good. Batman looks awesome right there. That looks kind of creepy. Joker is, you know, this is, you know, I don't really need to explain this comic book. Everyone knows this. It's just one of the greatest comic books ever made, and it's history. Alright, so the next story that we're going to be talking about is The Watchmen. I bought the giant collection instead of course, them individually because it was cheaper that way. But I discovered Watchmen probably as everyone else, mostly through the Zack Snyder movie. You know, I love Jackie Earle Haley. Him as Rorschach was amazing. You know, speaking of Jackie Earle Haley, I actually have his autograph right here. This is from the movie Dark Shadows, I think. Yeah, it's got Johnny Depp. It was directed by Tim Burton. This is his character from Dark Shadows. He was kind of funny. You know, he's kind of like the comedic relief, maybe, if you'd say that. I don't know. His character's fun. There's his autograph. It's really cool. Don't mind the Kiss ticket, but yeah, Jackie Earle Haley's autograph. It's one of the coolest things I have. Okay, back to Watchmen. I got sidetracked. Sorry. This comic book is, you know, beautiful. Everyone knows, you know, Dr. Manhattan. Actually, I think his space, you know, here's like his space part, which everyone, you know, it's like very famous. This is during the war. But like, there's him in space. This is like very famous. People post that picture a lot. There's memes made out of it with like sadness. You know, people's like in like deep thought. But you know, Watchmen is like so cool. Of course, Rorschach. Sorry about that. But as I was saying, Rorschach is, you know, my favorite Watchmen character. You know, just look at that. I love Rorschach so much. I actually have Watchmen on DVD. Sorry, not DVD. I mean Blu-ray. It's actually over here in my great movie shelf. We'll actually make a video about this shelf one day because it's really cool. But here it is. It's the director's cut. It comes with, you know, like over like 24 or 25 minutes of like, you know, extra material. It's got extra footage, deleted scenes, behind the scenes. It's got a bunch of cool stuff. But like, you know, Watchmen is one of the greatest comic books. Honestly, personally, I'm going to even go as far as saying it's one of the greatest comic book film adaptations. It's just my opinion, sorry, but I think Watchmen is one of the best film adaptations of any comic book. Alright, next we have the Merc with the Mouth. Deadpool, aka me. It's kind of obvious, I'm a huge Deadpool fan. Even my wallet is Deadpool. So, like, you know, I'm a huge fan of Deadpool. I have, again, back to the shelf. Put you right there. I have all the movies. It's very dark. You cannot see up there. Just take them out. But here's Deadpool 1 and 2. There's Deadpool and Wolverine. And actually, just for a bonus, I'll throw in Hulk versus Wolverine. There's Deadpool right there, voiced by Nolan North, the GOAT. And, you know, just because I feel like punishing myself. Here's X-Men Origins. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that one. Also, here's Lego Deadpool on a camel. Back to the comic books. I swear, I get sidetracked so much. Okay. Also have the tire. I just said I was not going to do sidetrack. I also have this. You cannot see this, but we got Deadpool right there. Little figure. Funko Pops. More Funko Pops. Another Funko Pop. Jesus! Oh my God. Another Funko Pop. One of the coolest ones. Here is the head, which speaks. You can turn this on, and it speaks. Let's see if it works.
Initializing Weapon X protocol. Kill all flat scan humans. Whoa, that was weird. All Hasbro severed Deadpool heads, and I love humans. Must be bad programming.
Yeah, so there's the Deadpool thing. I guess we'll have to title this video, you know, like comic book collection / Deadpool side rant or something. Let's get back to the comic. Jeez, okay, here we go. Here is Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. I love this comic book. It's probably my second favorite comic book of all time. It's just beautiful. Deadpool is amazing. It's graphic. The story is amazing. There's Spider-Man, you know, the two goats for Marvel. Yes, I said that Spider-Man and Deadpool are the two goats. Deal with it. Of course, I mean, there's also, you know, Wolverine and Hulk. Those are like the top three. But, like, this comic book is, you know, I love it. It's great. The story's really good. The illustrations are great. It's Deadpool. What else can I say? I love it. I don't really need to explain myself anymore. Now let's get to the final one. Right here. This is my favorite comic book of all time. This is James O'Barr's The Crow. This comic means a lot to me, as well does the movie starring Brandon Lee. You know, rest in peace, Brandon. This comic is beautiful. It is dark. It's gothic. It's gory in some scenes. It's supernatural. It's got some horror thriller elements to it. It is genuinely so good. Now, for those who don't know, I actually have a second YouTube channel called Horror Fanatic Studios. I'll put the link in the description below. I'm currently working on my very first featured film, and it's a fan film. It's an adaptation of The Crow. I've been wanting to make that movie for years and years now, so I'm finally making The Crow. I feel like I have, you know, the resources. I feel like I have the experience. I feel like I finally have what I need to make my version of The Crow. As I said, it's my version. This will not be an Eric Draven story, because to me, Brandon Lee will always be Eric Draven. This is kind of my original Crow story, and you know, I'm just happy and thrilled to make this. If the cast and crew, if you guys are watching, thank you guys for your support. I cannot wait to start filming. You know, the script's going very well, by the way. Small side rant, back to the comics. As I said, I get sidetracked. But here's The Crow. We're going to take a look at some of the illustration inside. It gives you some like extra, since this is the special edition, it does give you some like extra like art in the back. It's just beautiful. Like, look at that. It is gorgeous. This comic book is illustrated beautifully. The story is genuinely amazing, and there's not much I can really say. It's genuinely so good. The story is great. The artwork's amazing. I love this comic so much. It is my favorite comic book and my favorite book of all time. It is just so good. Like, look at that. As I said before, I would frame this on my wall. Oh, I almost forgot to show you guys these. I actually completely forgot. I just put the camera away. And I was like, oh wait, I forgot to show you guys these ones. These are like my horror type cool comics. You know, these are like really cool. This one obviously is not horror. This is more fantasy, as it says right there. But it goes along with the set. Here is Weird Fantasy, Volume 1. And it's like really cool. I haven't actually read this one. I have looked through it a little bit. Like, look at the artwork. Like, I should actually read this. But here is, this one's really cool. It's got Robert Englund, you know, forwarded by Robert Englund, who obviously is Freddy Krueger. So it's like really cool to have that. Also, Tales from the Crypt over here, Volume 1, is forwarded by John Carpenter, who made my favorite movie of all time, Halloween. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Again, the artwork in this is beautiful. I have actually read this one. This one's really cool, by the way. Here is Tales from the Crypt Volume 2. Everyone knows about Tales from the Crypt, or at least the Crypt Keeper, which is right... There's the Crypt Keeper in these. He's different than he is in the movies, by the way. Or the show or miniseries. I forget what it is. But the big one is this one right here. Stephen King's Creep Show. This one is phenomenal. Of course, this is, you know, they made a little movie adaptation of this. And it is great. By the way, Stephen King himself is actually in this movie. He plays this character who gets devoured by grass. The story is so cool. Honestly, all these are very weird. My favorite one is probably this one, because it's got like this weird creature inside of like a crate at like the bottom of a school. It's like, why is the creature there? What is I don't know. It's just, it's, you know, these are really cool. There's King himself. There's the stories in it. The crate is my favorite one. But, you know, it's just like, these are beautiful. Alright, so yeah, that was a little tour of my comic books. Of course, I didn't go into every single one of them, which, if you guys wanted that, I'm sorry. I might make a video in the future about going through every single one. Just because I didn't do it all in this video, because this video would be long, because I have so many, as you guys could tell, and just going through all of them individually would just take so much time. And I don't feel like you guys want to sit here just watch me yap about comic books. Who knows? You guys might enjoy that. So, you know, in the future, I might make a video about me talking about every single comic book I own. That might be really fun. Also, I think we'll do a little movie shelf video, since I just introduced it. And I kind of talked about, you know, some of it, and that's going to be a fun video, because we got it separated. Little preview, you know, here's a little preview for that video. This side is nothing but horror films, and this side is just like everything else. It's got superhero movies, it's got Jim Carrey, it's got Heath Ledger, it's got Spider-Man, you know, Deadpool, of course, Batman. You know, it's like, you know, it's everything else horror. So yeah, there's a little preview. I'll make a video about that maybe next week. That might be next week's video. That could be fun, yeah. So yeah, that's a little short preview of that. Yeah, that'll be our, yeah, so this will be next week's video. We'll do a movie shelf tour. That'll be fun. And thank you guys for watching this. See you. Peace. Hey guys, we're back. I can explain, okay? I can explain. Hey everyone, we're back. I know I did the outro earlier and I said peace and I was gone, but I recently just got back from the store and I picked myself up a little something. I couldn't resist. I'm sorry. I'm a very impulsive buyer. I could not resist. So I bought a Lego Spider-Man set. It was like $10, okay? I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. So, you know, we're going to build this thing and we're going to put it on the shelf with my X-Men set. So, yeah. Alright guys, so here it is. This is the Lego set I bought. It's Spider-Man. It's got Venomized Doc Ock, and it comes with a little, Spider-Man bike. Yeah, let's put this thing together. Alright, so here's all the pieces. It only comes with 2 bags. So this is not going to take too long. I can already see Spider-Man. God, the printing looks so good. But, yeah, this shouldn't take too long, so let's get started. Alright, so here is Spider-Man. He looks amazing. I just put him together. I just want to show you guys real quick. I just got an alert saying that my battery's about dead, so I might put it on charge while I build this. And, yeah, we'll finish it. I'm going to show you guys how it looks at the end. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. Okay. Alright, guys. The Lego set is completely finished. It is really cool. Here's Doc Ock as Venom, hanging on the lamppost with his arms. Looks really cool. Here's the bike. And of course here is Spider-Man, Spider-Man. This is actually really cool. I'm not disappointed. I'm glad I spent $10 on this. Yeah, looks awesome. Yeah guys, this one is actually it. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, comment what your favorite comic book was, and tell me if you liked my Lego set. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, next week I think we'll do the movie shelf tour. And that's about it. Peace.